Hello everyone, welcome to another round of Holomania. I am Walmart5093 and joined with me we have Dynascape.
Hey guys, what is popping?
What's popping is Holo Gaming versus HoloPotaxies, Seed 8 versus Seed 25.
Yeah, this is quite an interesting matchup because I feel like this is maybe the first one we've had today where the lower seeded team actually has a better seeding on one of the maps
Yeah,
for the qualifiers.
excuse my rudeness, 7th place, not too shabby.
Yeah, leading quite a bit, so I feel like this matchup could be really interesting, and I don't think there are really any dead picks for HoloPotaxies here. So I expect to see another at least close and competitive game, and like we've seen with all of the other at least streamed matches, at least every team has gotten a point off of each other, so it could be nice.
I feel like this is going to be a really interesting match.
Yep, and
So,
we're gonna go ahead and start off
we
with
are
the
going to be starting
warm-up.
with warm-ups.
Um, Now is that actually lag train coming
It's
out?
lag trade.
Interesting.
I don't think so. Seeing it's Seeing that it was mapped by Ting Momentum, and most of his maps that he plays for warm-ups are quite the meme maps.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll see. Walmart, I'd like to hear your thoughts on what HoloPotaxi's kind of road to victory would be for this match.
Well, seeing that how well they did on the hybrid, I see that maybe the long note and the hybrid picks are their best choice here. But I believe they can also strive pretty well in the SV and Rice. They just have to watch out for the Holo Gangsters.
Yeah, I
Because I
think
believe
that maybe even the Rice might be competitive for them because as we saw with the act picking qualifiers, Holo Gaming got 11th place, whereas HoloPotaxi's got 16th. So, you know, not leading by much on a Holo Gaming side. It's more of maybe they just felt better on their runs that day. Probably honestly, the way qualifiers went, that map was probably separated by like less than 1,000 points for them around.
Bruh, you really thought this was
who
going to be a
knows?
lag train warm up? Well, I
Anything could
think
happen
it's
in
either
this
or
tournament.
the team name of Flandwire, Pilgrim, Gogolipin, Jobotana City.
Oh, is
Yeah, and
that?
it looks like we're just
So,
trying to
yeah,
get
nothing else to say
players in
there.
the lobby,
But
and
enjoy the rest of this warm up.
is that actual dialogue from the map?
Yep. I don't believe Team Momentum would. Wait, no. I don't believe Ting Momentum would be in this VC right now.
Yeah, unless he's haunting us or something. I don't know, but the audio is going kind of crazy right now.
I hear Sade.
Yeah, it's kind of seems like a fun warm up. One of the non-serious ones. I don't know, we've seen a good spread of warm-ups so far. A lot of like Hololive picks or actual warm-ups, and then we've got the other side of the spectrum where they just go all out crazy.
Yeah, going back to actually my first match I commentated, I was talking about how warm-ups can be all over the place. As I saw later on that there are three types. There's the self-promotion where you promote your own map in the warm-up. The second is the meme maps as we're seeing right now. And the third is just a regular map. Like, it's either like some loved map or, you know, in this case, it's Holomania, so probably some Hololive map.
And also, Walmart, you're actually a player in this tournament, so
I am.
without delving too deep or exploiting anything, what kind of warm-up are you thinking of?
Oh, I'm thinking of being one of those, I feel like being one of those people that, like, play, like, a, maybe like an SV map. I hope my teammates aren't, or not my teammates, my opponents aren't watching this right now.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Because I'm just gonna leak my warm up. They're gonna have to look for every single SV map on the planet.
Okay,
Huh?
it seems like
We're loading.
yeah, I believe they're going through the warm-ups right now. It's just that we're having a little bit of an issue right now. We'll get it handled and fixed with,
Yeah,
but
I believe we're having technical issues. Bancho being Bancho. It
yeah,
can't be a tournament without Bancho screwing up.
yeah, nothing crazy. I think the players are still playing right now. So while they're warming up, I'd like to talk about potential protects and bans right now.
I
So
can
yeah, what were you thinking?
I can see maybe Holo Gangsters most likely banning the SVs since we've seen lots of trades of SVs being banned. Since I don't think they actually placed pretty low in the qualifier placements in the SV side, so maybe either their team just didn't practice the SV or they just didn't feel like playing. I feel like maybe they're going for a potential SV ban on this one.
That might be interesting. I found it weird that HoloPotaxies actually got 48th on their SV as well, so maybe they're looking to ban. I've seen SV1 banned. I think every game. I could be wrong, which makes me really sad, but I would not be surprised if SV1 was banned again out of these two teams.
Yeah, honestly, if I had to choose, I'd probably ban one of the SV maps, but that's a choice for my team, not just me.
Yeah,
Because it's
just a little personal request. Please, please don't ban SV1 Walmart. It would be really cool to see. But yeah,
coming soon tomorrow
yeah,
at
tomorrow.
at 14 UTC, I think, or it really depends. And I think we're back, and we have our warm up.
So I think we skipped past one of them possibly.
Probably since
Let me just see here.
since the client was down. Thankfully, the staff are very nice, and yep, one of the warm ups have already went by. We have the empty link. And now this is the second warm up, and I think this is
I believe this is
This is
HoloPotaxies warm up.
yeah, this is HoloPotaxies warm up, I believe.
And if I were them, I'd, kind of look to practice kind of that hybrid or tech skill set.
Yeah, seeing how well they did actually in the hybrid section, I will not be surprised if this was a hybrid slash long note pick. But just hearing this might be like your typical maybe jump stream.
And that
Just
wouldn't be
hearing-
bad either, too, because
Yeah.
again, their rice, at least their baseline for rice accuracy is really close together. So I wouldn't be surprised, and that's something I like to see as well. That would not be a bad choice.
Still yet to see an SV warm up. Thanks.
Yeah, I think we had Ting's team have a little bit of a SV
They
section
had
on
everything.
their. Yeah, they had everything. That was really cool to see. So
They went from SV to Vibro to Korjak. Literally, if you have
a little
one
bit of
pattern
the
in your
inverse
head,
LN, yeah.
yeah, if you literally had any single pattern in your head, you would probably see it in Ting's warm up.
Oh yeah, they were ready for that whole match.
Yeah.
Showed.
I was watching on Twitch because I did not have access to the commentators.
You're just a
At the time.
fledgling at that point.
Yeah, I was like, when am I gonna be accepted? But
And
now
then you were-
here I am. This is
Yep.
my third match commentating.
And I believe you have a couple more signed up later as well. About
I believe I
two
have-
more.
I have to check. I'm just telling the viewers my the schedule of my commentating.
It's always a fine time to sell out, especially while we're having some issues.
Yeah.
It looks
now's the
like
fun time
Reagan's
to sell out.
having some troubles downloading HoloPotaxies warm up right now. So
I will be commentating Anti-Holo Hololivers versus Mume's voicemail and Girl Hololive loading and Hydromatic W.
Yep, and
Make
those
sure to
should
look
be those should be two really good matches.
I gotta wake up real early tomorrow just to get that one match.
Oh yeah, gotta wake up early as well for
Gotta wake
'cause
up
I'm taking
early.
a lot of blocks.
Yep. And then I'm pretty sure if I can get the proper reschedule, my match would be 2 hours after that.
Yeah. So it seems like we're still having some troubles. Not sure if they're playing yet or if it's just a banjo or maybe both. We'll get that info to you guys as soon as we figure it out.
Yeah. As soon as we get it figured out, we have technicians over at the Holomania headquarters.
Okay, looks like they're starting warm-ups, so it's just a banjo issue. So
Yep.
Walmart and I are just twiddling our thumbs meanwhile, I guess.
I'm just toying around with my fingers as I'm just trying to think of something to strike up a conversation with.
Yeah, I
With the
mean,
viewers.
yeah.
This isn't the first time.
That's alright. It's very hard when
Yep, they're currently in.
stuff like this is happening.
they're currently in their second warm up, so why not set some predictions? Who do you think is gonna win the warm up?
To be honest, I think Holo Gaming would take the warm-up, but I
Yeah.
also think for this whole match in its entirety, I don't think it's going to be a clean sweep from either side. I think
Yeah,
there's definitely gotta be maybe a break point or two taken or something
maybe
like
even
that.
a tiebreaker.
Yeah, maybe even some TV hype because again, these teams are pretty close together in terms of what they're strong at and what they're not.
Seeding
So-
does not matter in this world.
Yeah, too many ETs in this tournament.
Yeah, take momentum. Okay,
Yeah.
as I believe the warm ups should be ending soon. Oh wait, no, this map is nearly 4 minutes long.
Yeah, I think we have just a little while, but I'd like to remind everyone that these matches are first to four.
Yep,
So,
best
first
of
to 4
which
points.
which is the best of 7, so first to 4.
So I feel like with the picks involved, again, it's gonna be close.
Yeah,
I think every
feel like
map's going to be nice and competitive, except for bar maybe like if SB2 slides by and one team hasn't practiced it as well.
I've seen SV2 not get banned, but also has not gotten picked, so
Yeah, it's kind of like the ugly child of the pool. We don't really talk about it that much.
yeah. And then people are just going crazy over SV1.
Yeah, I guess general populace does not like playing 3.5 minutes of slow jam.
Yeah, I mean, I have my fair share. Hey, I work in the SV department sometimes, so I know how it feels to having to deal with having to play non-stop slow jam for like 3 minutes.
Yeah, and personally, I didn't think it was too bad. Just because there's so much of it that was not slow jam, and so like you would just have to remember where the slow jam was, and the patterns weren't like terribly hard. I don't know if you watched the showcase where I played with Sparky, but I
did
probably
watch
had
the showcase.
I had less than 5 submitted tries on that map and still managed to get like a 970 or something like that. So it's really not too hard as it shows for, you know, this being round of 32 level SV.
No, I'm not gonna leak my scores here since I feel like that's just gonna be a complete giveaway on what to ban.
Yeah, a bit of a detriment.
Yeah, seeing how I'm playing and commentating at the same time. Well, not at the same time, just in I don't know how to
The
put
same
it, I
tourney.
guess. Yeah, the same tourney. And I have a feeling that warm-ups should be ending soon.
Yeah,
The stream has turned into a podcast. Thank you, Epsilon, in the chat. Oh, and we're back.
commentator's blessing, I guess you can call it.
Yep. The commentator's blessing as we see that Holo Gaming taking that warm up there.
Now, was that Dev with a... Yeah, look at that ratio by Dev. 89.25.
I don't think they just. I think they just took their hands to keyboard and went to go and get a glass of water or something.
Yeah.
And put your glasses of water down. Get your popcorn. Put your popcorn away. It's time for rolls. I think it's time for rolls. And Holo Gaming wins the rolls, so they immediately pick first, and they get to choose if they either ban first and protect first, or if they want to do it second.
And I wonder what they'd like to do here. As the team with the better seed, makes me want to believe that they would maybe like to ban first. However,
Maybe. Unless they want to have an idea on what the second team wants. Because I feel like that's a great strategy if you want to just give it to pick second. So you can just give it to the other team and see what they protect and ban, so you can know what to stay away and what to play.
alright, and it looks like they would like to ban first. Wonder what they want to go for. Hopefully we don't see an SV1. I think it would make sense for them to take out one of the hybrids, seeing how qualifiers went.
Yeah, and here we go. HoloPotaxies with their protect. Drumroll. What would they protect?
Wow!
SV1!
They're gonna
That's-
go ahead
that's-
and protect SV1. That is
Our-
actually insane.
Our prayers have been answered. Thank you. We have
Yeah,
been talking
thank you
this
to
whole stream.
HoloPotaxies.
Yeah, thank you, HoloPotaxies. We've been saying this entire stream that we have a feeling that SV1 is going to get banned or something, but nope.
And it really kind of... Wow! And an
Whoa.
SV2 protect from the side of Holo Gaming. So both
This
SVs are protected.
This is the summer exhibition all over again.
Yep, this is SVSE just in disguise. And that's
Yeah.
really amazing because HoloPotaxies, I'd like to remind everyone, got 48th in the SV section for their qualifiers. So them protecting SV1 is really, really weird.
And LN2 is going away, which is Owl, which is more of a release-centered map, actually. It's
And I kind
more-
of like that pick. I think that's pretty fair by them. There's a lot of
And
random
the
spots
Sparky
that
map is
anyone can jump
gone.
on. Yeah, unfortunately, we're gonna have to say bye to Sparky. Goodbye to the Sparky map.
And you guys forgot about the HoloPotaxies. Thank you, Ref, for not forgetting about the HoloPotaxies. As we're gonna see their ban. I will not be surprised if we even see like the hybrid or Rice even. Seeing
Yeah.
that SVs are safe and secure now.
Maybe one of the rice that they're not comfortable with would
Maybe
make
like ground
ground
pound.
sense. Yeah, something like ground
ground
pound.
is like, yeah, really.
Wow.
And they're gonna ban LN1, getting rid of the long notes, only having hybrid, SV, and Rice to pick through.
So this is kind of weird. I did not expect this to happen at all. Both LNs being banned and both SVs being protected.
I could say the same, honestly. Seeing how both teams got such low placements in the SV, but seeing them have such high placements in long notes, seeing that SV getting banned, protected, and Len getting banned.
Yep, Holo Game is gonna have first pick and they're gonna go straight to
And
Rice 1 and
two
test the
presidents.
accuracy on both sides.
We're heading straight into Jump Stream land as we go into Sivu Presidents. Oh, I'm sorry, Silvu Presidents. I gotta put my French in there every time you see this map.
Yeah, and I like this pick, and I think it'll set the tone of the map for the other Rice picks because again, all four of them are in the pool, so seeing just feeling out who would win on Rice 1 is pretty big because that would set the tone for every other Rice pick that comes after it.
Yep. this is like a good starting point for both teams actually, seeing how the other team or even their team would perform on. As we're just having a little conversation in the multi, and we should be getting into our first map of the match.
Yep, I think they're just taking out Rayhan and getting in Dev for this. Oh, I think they actually need to switch slots because Dev should be on HoloGaming's.
Yeah, I believe if I check, I think they are supposed to be on. Yeah, they're supposed to be on Team Red.
So we'll get that fixed up really quick. But aside from that, I guess for this map, the one thing to watch out really are those little rolls at that build-up section.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. There's nothing really else that's crazy. It's just pure accuracy and then those 3 rolls.
You could also get too comfortable and then slip up on the jump streams as well. You don't want to get too comfortable because this is a pure minute and a half of just jump stream being thrown at you. But not too dense.
Yeah, nothing
But still,
crazy. But I know when sometimes you're hyper-focusing, you know, you might finger lock or let something
Mind
slip
block.
by you. Yeah, mind block. Maybe one of these guys mind block. Who knows?
Maybe if you just sight read the map hole but you still mind block, who knows?
Sight reading might be the play here.
As we're seeing, only one person has auto mod turned on, and that's LS Dev, keeping a nice, strong, marvelous lead. And Holo Gaming taking this lead.
His auto mod has finally been turned off about 300 notes in. Dendro not close behind.
Yeah, Dendro actually catching up with the 99.96 as the bottom rail still just having tight accuracy.
Yep, it's just slightly to Holo Gaming's lead.
As Dev starts to drop a little bit of 300s, but nothing too much as he only goes down a couple.
And here we go. The roll section is right here, and it seems like everyone did really well. No grades dropped, just a couple of 300s on that bottom row.
Yeah, nothing much to be said. Now, most of this map is just pure jump stream, so it's easy to either slip up or, you know, accidentally drop a 200 or even a miss.
Yep, the accuracies are actually so close as we get into this last quarter of the map. The bottom row basically tied, so it all comes down to the top row where Dev is slightly being out Dendro by a couple of 300s.
Yeah, but Dendro is catching up. This might give and Holo Gaming is gonna have that slight lead, which is gonna give them the point here. Only by 500.
Yep, less than 500 points, 29 300s by Dev and 42 on Dendro's side.
429 points.
Wow. And Disc and Lolito, only 1 300 separating them.
Yeah, Disc and Lolito were really close on their ratio, since seeing that most of the map they were just tied with accuracy. Now we're going to see HoloPotaxies. Now they have the sort of idea on what Holo Gaming has to serve when it comes to Rice. They might either go with one of their SVs or even a hybrid map you would probably find.
Yeah, and I don't think that them losing on Rice 1 means much when you see how close these competitors were.
Yeah, even what Disc said was a close call.
So I definitely don't think that they're too worried about losing on any Rice points anytime soon. However, I would like to... Oh, and here we have it. Dendro picks
and
Rice
they're picking
2.
Mogu Mogu.
So, kind of like Rice 1, like a very, very light hand stream. And also in the start, there's like a jack at the end of the phrase with the hand stream. Which is probably like the only thing that I would see these kinds of competitors being messed up on.
Really, the
However,
only one thing that they're gonna have to like look out for is that little mini jack, like with like the long note on like the left column and like the little mini
yeah,
jack pattern.
exactly. Like that
It's
mini
when
jack
you're
after the end of the phrase. It's a
yeah,
little
yeah, yeah.
awkward. I don't know if anyone watched, but during the qualifier or during the showcase for this round, I actually V1SS besides one miss because of said jack. So
I was actually I think around that time, Goddess Today got loved, and one of my teammates told me that I could have got the what's that like one medal called with like the gun on it.
not sure.
Yeah, but it's like you have to be like the first one on the leaderboards. I was actually trying to get that medal, but I managed to pull off, and then I saw your score.
Just an unfortunate score. So hopefully this doesn't happen to one of these guys here as we start off.
And I've just received a note from FSL that it's called Quick Draw. And
Quick draw.
just like last round, this time it's the top row having tied accuracy. Dev and Dendro, as no changes have been made to the any team, seeing I guess they're keeping their rice skills intact as we're reaching our first little part of the map.
And just look at the
As-
accuracies between them. They're basically almost tied. This time, Lilito and Disc trading accuracy leads on top, as Dev and
As
Dendro
we
are basically the
just-
same.
As we basically literally just have a tie here. That lead is so short coming from Holo Gaming. But seeing all of these accuracies are just tied.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. They're just all tied all the time.
Even like just a single 200 can swing the lead over to the other team. As we reach our first little break here, we can just look over all the accuracies. Dev and Dendro basically having just probably pulling off a Disc and Lolito just like last round and not having many 300s far apart from each other.
That bar has been swinging back and forth like a pendulum this whole map.
It's kind of like a seesaw.
Kind of like a seesaw, except this, like, it might be all fun and games, but
And
this
there's
is an
that
important match.
and there's that mini jack I was talking about. No one finding any struggles with that.
Gonna need to see a 200 or a break out of one of these guys for them to break the
Either
stalemate.
that, maybe even just like a big chain of 300s could even swing the lead just by a little bit. Because look at
Dev
these
actually
accuracies.
dropping down to 99.95, and then Dendro doesn't turn. However, Dev is just going back and forth.
Yeah, Dev not finding many struggle with this map, as seeing that they're just getting straight 300s, straight marvelous here. I think this is just an overall, just a comfy chart for both sides of the team. Lolita behind by not very much, as Disc is dropping a bit of accuracy there, which is
Yep, last phrase of the match, and it looks like this could possibly be a tie.
this could
That would
maybe
be
even
real
be
close.
like, yeah, or maybe yeah, seeing that this is also a 2v2, not a 1v1, not a 3v3, it's a 2v2. So even seeing like just everyone getting the same score, or just having balanced out scores that could give the score meter a tie, that would be interesting to see. And we won't be seeing that. We will be seeing Holo Gaming getting their second point.
Wow, and would you look at those scores? Both players on a Holo Gaming just
And
edging out their counterparts.
Endro behind just by 8 300s against Dev. And next to pick is Holo Gaming. We can probably see maybe not even the SVs or the hybrids will be caught in this map pool. We might just be seeing straight Rice.
Wow,
Yeah, well,
and
like I said, they'll be picking Rice 4, which is huge W.
Holo Gaming looking to get their own huge W and turn it into match points.
Wow, you're so corny with that
Thank you, thank you.
one. And this is Walmart 5193's Maury Calliope. This
Yep.
is my team name, Deadbeats. And I actually forgot what the pattern of this map was, since I actually have not played this yet. But
It's basically just a lot of little speedy bursts and just a couple of mini jack measures.
Okay, so it's basically just like the second version of ground pound.
It's kind of like a ground pound, yes. However, the bursts are a bit, I don't know, I guess you could say prolonged.
And turns out that was a mistake, and they're going to pick ground pound actually.
Holo Gaming faking us out, going to ground
Thanks
pound.
for that one, Holo Gaming. As ground pound gets picked. One of the more burst picks, as near the ending actually. Near the ending is where it really gets heated with the jacks transitioning into little bursts that can really slip a player up.
Yep, it gets pretty dense at the end and could be very hard. I can see anyone here dropping a single 200 and just overturning a lead.
Yeah. Like I said, anything could happen. Even seeing in like the past two maps, seeing how close these people were, even just in their overall accuracy, anything could happen here.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this kind of map would have scores that close to each other, but I guess we'll see. These players have pretty much been in sync the whole time. No swap outs on either side, I think, as well. And as I say that, Disc actually swaps out for Rayhan.
I guess maybe they weren't really too comfortable with the bursts that I was mentioning earlier, since
Yeah.
I know that with my experience with looking at professional players, having bursts or transitions aren't really, some top players' things.
Yeah, and there's a lot of them here where you're just transitioning from burst into jacks, or jacks into burst, vice versa, back and forth.
Sometimes you're even transitioning into breaks, which is also one of the big things you have to worry about. Because you don't want to start CB rushing, which is, I know this is not Eterna, but I'm still using the phrase.
Oh yeah.
You don't want to get that CB rush.
Terminology's fine here.
Which is, for you people who have not played Eterna, it's basically just if you're hitting way too early, you start to get lots of misses. And staying already with that little spike at the beginning, everyone dropping besides Dendro, who still has their auto, and as soon as I say that, their auto stops working.
Yep, as we get into this first little part here, it seems like Lolito's the only one who has a sizable act difference between the other competitors.
Dev with only a 99.98 getting out of that little burst part, and we're heading into the rolls.
And nothing too big here. What we're really looking for are places like over here and also on the back half of the map where you're kind of, expecting the map to be done. Your stamina's a little worn out, your eyes are getting a little red, and the phrases are just really long where you have a bunch of speedy bursts and jacks.
And you don't really get that much of breaks either, because once you're done that little section, you're just back in it with the bursts and the court and the jack.
Yep,
But
I believe we have a little break section where you can see the other team's score too, so that'll be interesting.
Yep. And seeing right now, Holo Gaming having that slight lead because
Dev is killing it, and that is exactly why they have a lead right now, because Dev is at a 99.99.
like nothing beats a ground pound.
And nothing seemingly beats Dev on accuracy this whole match.
Dev is just ground pounding this map.
Yep, Lolito trailing just behind every single competitor since the start at a 99.84. He actually takes a break.
This is what I meant by the CB rush. Well,
and this is going to be a huge
You're
lead
gonna
for
see
Holo Gaming.
You're gonna see maybe even just like a couple 200s and you're gonna have to see a break and maybe even a couple 200s to have that lead swung back.
Yep, Lolito just about to hit that 400 mark, but the damage is done. Score pretty much about 10,000 or more to the side of Holo Gaming.
Here comes the dense part. Oh, never mind. I lied. This was a break. I think we just passed the dense part.
I think we did. That's fine.
That part was extremely dense. And Dev not finding any problems at all, just only dropping just a slight percentage of accuracy with a 99.98. Dendro not too far behind with a 99.96, and that's going to seal the deal for this map.
Yep, an unfortunate break by Lolito. Could have happened to anyone, but it happened to Lolito, and we're gonna see another point for Holo Gaming.
This is match point. And what
16.
is 16?
A nice 1-100 MA.
Yeah, like it's like welcome to Holomania,
Yep.
where we have ETs left and right. Make your choice.
That is insane. So it's gonna go over to HoloPotaxies' pick, and I'd like to see them use their protect and go
They
to
just can't keep
SV1.
getting away with this.
Yeah, they can't.
And as we see, this is HoloPotaxies. Do they want to keep on going with the Rice train since they only have one Rice pick left, and that's huge W? Are they going to switch it up and maybe even play one of the SVs or maybe one of the hybrid picks?
Yeah, I don't know. Again, I'd like to see them go for the protect in SV1. However, it would be funny to see them finish all of the Rice maps and go with huge W.
They're going to have to get 3 in a row in order to get that tiebreaker. As they're on the verge of getting swept, make sure to just... And they're going to go for hybrid too. Chat, don't get your brooms out just yet.
Yeah, we're gonna see Madarome.
We're going to see Madarome. This is more of a... more of the releasey side of long notes. Or not long notes, hybrid.
Exactly. I talked about this in my last match that I commentated, but there's this little inverse section where you're on your right hand. Definitely a place to watch out for. I'll point it out for the viewers, where you can definitely drop some 200s.
You're gonna have to point it out to me.
Yeah, I'll let you know, Walmart.
You're just like a scientist when it comes to these maps. You're just diagnosing all the patterns.
Yeah, maybe.
I only know that one part from Ground Pound and maybe like a little bit from Mogu Mogu.
Well, it
Well,
helps
I
when
know-
you playtest the maps and also do the showcase for them. So
Yeah, but I can't really do the showcase since, well, I'm actually a player.
yeah,
So I don't think
that's
I don't think they would allow
Not allowed,
me for the
not allowed.
showcase. I don't think they would allow a person like me into the showcase, but hey,
just a
I
little
can watch it on
spoiler,
Twitch.
but we have a very cool showcase coming up for this next one. It's gonna be really cool. That's gonna be tomorrow. We'll
We're gonna
announce
see
the time
Walmart
later.
5193 maps in it.
No promises, Walmart.
That it's not
I
a
can't
good
say.
map pool.
I signed papers.
Oh, you signed the papers? Alright.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have to wait till next year.
Yep.
Holomania Part 2. And
And
we
we're
are
gonna go
on our
right
way.
into it. Yep. Again,
And we
Lolito
see-
just slightly behind everyone else, while Dev
Those-
still has auto on.
Yeah, Dev has that Autobot on, but are we gonna see the Autobot? Or I think they might have just... Oh, and there we go. Autobot has been turned off, and we are underway.
Some awkward
This-
timings on the LNs, but it seems like everyone does fine. And here
That is
comes
the-
this part that I was talking about on the right-hand columns.
Oh yeah, this part here is gonna really choke some people up if you're not paying attention. And Disc dropping a bit of 300s on that section. Going
Yeah,
down
same
to
with
a
Lolito.
99.87. Yeah,
Those Ellens are
Lolito
really
almost
weird.
down to 99.8 now.
So
As
just
we're
like I
seeing-
called it, both competitors dropping a little bit on accuracy.
Yeah, as I don't think any 200s have been shown yet.
No, I don't
But
believe so either.
We're halfway in, and Holo Gaming still having that slight lead. Dev is keeping that strong accuracy that they have been keeping this entire match, actually. As
Yep.
we head into this little part here.
Kind of an
the
easy
more-
section, nothing crazy here. We're done
Oh,
with
and-
the Ellens.
Oh, Disc might have dropped the 200? I don't know, but they have dropped extreme amount of accuracy, which is going to give HoloPotaxies that slight lead, but it's flickering.
It is flickering.
is-
Dev
it
is
is so
putting
close.
the team on his back right now.
And HoloPotaxies has that slight lead that they need to hold on to. As Lolito climbs up to a 99.8 and Bancho just likes to just troll us.
Giving us some more suspension. The
As,
suspense.
as we get to see now,
I
oh,
think
now
that
the
was a
scores are
200?
flicking. Holo Gaming having that slight lead.
Yep, just a very slight lead off of the back of Dev.
Even just a 200 can just swing it for the other team. But now the scores are flicking as we're heading into the final part of the map. I don't think anyone's gonna break.
No, there's just the last LN section.
As this and as the score meter takes one final swing, the HoloPotaxies is gonna take it
Less than
just by
100 points.
with 128 points, I believe, if I did my math correctly. What is up with LS Dev? LS Dev and Dendra are holding V1 double S's.
Yeah,
With this
someone needs to check Dev. I think he might be a robot.
I'm gonna fly to their location and check if they're a robot or not.
Yeah, please.
And as Holo Gaming has their pick, we might be seeing the final Rice pick. Or maybe even some SVs. There's a reason why you protected them, or unless you just wanted to make the commentators happy.
I guess they did because they're gonna go right with Rice 4.
Yeah.
Again, seeking that huge W. This one is the one for Holo Gaming to win it on. And just a little note about that last map. Disc actually beat Lolito in terms of 300s, but dropped 4 grades to Lolito's 1. So because of that, just because of that, Holo Gaming did take the loss there.
And now, chat, you can put your brooms away.
Brooms away, everyone.
Brooms away and get your fingers crossed if you're rooting for HoloPotaxies.
Yeah, because this is gonna be the huge one.
This is the marathon. Well, not really. It's only just 4 minutes, but this exceeds the amount of time in warm-ups. You need a map that's less than 4 minutes or less.
Yep, certainly one of the longer maps in the pool. I think it might be the second longest.
Yeah, I believe this is where most of your nerves can kick in, especially if you're on the brink of winning and on the brink of elimination. So.
Yep, and there's a lot for people to get 200s on. Just like we saw with the last map.
And Disc having a 99.73 with Lolito just ahead with a 99.8.
Yep, both players just can't seem to act as well as Dev and Dendro, but that's honestly a tall order.
Dev and Dendro carrying their team as we're hopping into what seems like one of the first parts of this map, or the first drop.
Yep, and here we have some awkward LNs and some rolls split in between.
You want to make sure you don't forget those long notes, and you don't want to accidentally drop, like a slider break.
Yeah, I think that's where a lot of people might drop some 300s because they are very awkward if you look at the notes.
And we're seeing that Disc actually caught up with their accuracy and now up to almost a 99.8, giving Holo Gaming that slight lead.
Yep,
but
it
now
looks like
HoloPotaxies is also having a slight lead, seeing that Lolito has just a little bit better accuracy than Disc.
Yep, scores are officially flickering now.
Yep, we have the seesaw going on again. Dendra with a 99.92, while Dev has a 99.96, and Disc managing to catch up to that 99.81 mark, which might give Holo Gaming that slight edge.
Yep, halfway into the map, and after that little break section, we have a bunch of jacks.
All the players seem to be having no problem with this, as they're all having FC.
I don't expect any of them to break anytime soon. However, we are going to try to watch out for any 200s from all sides.
As both players, or everyone, not seeming to have any problem with that little burst there. as we head into
This
the
actually
second
drops
part.
down to 99.78.
This might have dropped a lot of 300s, or maybe even just a single 200 in that little part there. As we see back to the scores flickering here.
Though it seems to wane a little bit towards the edge of HoloPotaxies, or that at least that's what it seems like.
And here we go. This is where you can take a little break, you know, maybe press tab to see how the other team's doing. Holo Gaming with that slight lead. I think that's because of Dev with that 99.96. And
Yep.
Disc catching up to Lolito's accuracy.
Standing strong throughout that whole section. Dev is on a tear right now, 99.97 as we get into the last quarter of the map.
And here we go. This is where the nerves would most likely kick in.
Yep. The lead seems to go towards the side of Holo Gaming. However, one grade out of Disc or even Dev would spell doom for them.
Yeah, even if Dev drops like a single 200, that might just be a problem for Holo Gaming. But seeing right now, they're not really having much of a problem since Lolito and Disc are basically almost tying in accuracy now. Also, I just realized that Mori Calliope in the background is doing the most critical,
Yeah.
thing. I just realized that when I was looking. And that might be it. Holo Gaming is going to secure their 4th point if this, as we just wait for this final part. And that is going to seal it. Holo Gaming is going to advance to round of 16.
Yep.
Everyone on the top here has a V1SS with, what is that from Dev? A 999K.
On a map like Huge W, that's actually insane.
That is a huge W for Dev, and most likely Holo Gaming. As honestly, it's saddening that we did not see any SV being or long note being picked. It was only Rice and just one hybrid.
That was an interesting match to say the least. However, I did like
I'm gonna
that
have to.
no one
I'm
got
gonna.
swept.
Yeah. I'm gonna have
No
to
one
have a
so
talk
far.
with the captain, saying on why did you protect SV but not play it.
Yeah, just a bit of trolling from them, but well played to
Yeah.
Holo Gaming, and honestly, well played to HoloPotaxies too. Very close and very competitive. They're
I have
gonna
a
be in the
feeling
losers
that
bracket.
Yeah. As they will be making their way towards the losers bracket, but don't give up yet because I have a feeling that this team has lots of potential in the losers
Yeah,
bracket.
especially with Denjo's accuracy scores that he put up. That is amazing.
And even with Lolito as well, with how well their accuracy was.
Yeah, pretty much beating out Disc the whole time as well.
And
But that's gonna do it for that one.
Yeah.
Congratulations
be-
again.
Yeah. And we will be seeing you at, I think, about 3 hours from now, I believe, for Taco Bell
Yeah.
versus Ikam Bokum.
I think about 2
UTC.
hours and 20 minutes around. So we'll see you around then. I'm going to be casting with Sigerion. That's gonna be Taco Bell versus Ikam Bokum.
Taco
Alright,
Bell
and if you have
versus Ikam
anything else
Bokum.
to say, Walmart, let them know.
Yeah, please, next time if you're doing a match, please don't protect SV and then not play it.
Alright, that's gonna be it for closing remarks. We'll see you guys in the next one.
See you next time. This is Holomania. Sponsored by Walmart. No, it's not. Sponsored by HoloLive, I guess.